r/datingoverthirty. Krasiscarfluddy says, no text for a second date, should I reach out? I asked a guy for drinks and we went on a first date. The date went well, and at the end of it, when we were saying goodbye I wished him well for the trip he mentioned was going on. He responded that wasn't going on the trip for another 2 weeks, and that he'd be around. That night he texted me, it was great meeting you, hope you got home safe. I have DND on my phone, so I didn't see it until the morning, so I responded you as well, had a great evening, it's been 2 days, and no texts from him at all. We established early that we're both not big texters. I thought his earlier text showed interest and he would ask me on a second date. I personally don't want to ask him out again BCS I initiated the first one. I was thinking of striking up a conversation, but not mentioning a second date. Or should I just let things be, and if he's interested he'll reach out? Is it possible he changed his mind? Update, I decided to send him a text about something we talked about during the date. Based on his response, or lack thereof, I'll figure what to do next. Thanks everyone for your take. Update 2, he responded but didn't take the conversation forward. I guess it's on to the next one. Vile Vein Vapid says, if he were to text right away about a second date, she's turned off. If he decides to play it cool and wait for her to say something he doesn't like her. Lumfeo WTF. Disjoint_said says, in the future, the best time to lay the groundwork for the second date is during the end of the first date. Holiday Aside says, don't overthink it. It feels discouraging sometimes when we want the other person to reach out instead of being the person who reaches out again. Ultimately, if you want to go out again, just ask. The result will either be no or no reply, and you're back in the same scenario you're in now, no second date. But he could say yes, and then you go out, have a fabulous time, and afterwards you won't even think about who asked to, you'll just focus on the pleasant experience. Don't let yourself hold back your chances. Bojack's Burner ACC says, if you're interested and want to pursue him, pursue him. There are no rules saying that you initiated the first one, you can't initiate again. It shows him where you stand and how you feel. If he doesn't wanna go on a second one, I'd imagine he'd tell you. Then you won't have to guess what he's thinking. By you applying the pressure, it forces him to make some sort of decision that lets you know whether this second date will be the last or lead to the third. Life is too short to do all this wondering. Go for it, and based off his actions, act accordingly. Good luck, hope you get what you want. Chronix27 says, I think it's fine to text him again and try to start up a conversation. If he doesn't ask you out now after 2 days, then I would say that he's just not that interested in a relationship. Just don't be the one to ask him out again. Personally, the I'm not a big texter is a bad excuse to take more than a day to answer someone. If you're actually interested in going out with someone, then you'll make time to answer. Unless this guy is a very busy person in his job and is a workaholic, then maybe he just doesn't have the time for a relationship. r/datingoverthirty. Wax Poetic Pit says, gave a guy my number, now. What? So, I haven't dated much since my divorce and my flirtation skills have never been terribly straightforward. I know the whole Wednesday Addams thing is in again, but typically men seem very put off to my sarcastic banter approach. But you work with what you've got, right? I've been trying to find a balance with this dude I've known a couple weeks of mild sarcasm, so I'm being myself, and good-humored friendly interest, so it's clear that I'm interested. He's very social and flirtatious in general, and seems to give me more attention than I notice him giving other women around us. So, I got the general vibe that he was flirting, and decided to be proactive. I took the sticky note approach and just handed him my digits. I feel like this comes off a little more respectful in case he isn't interested at all. but I don't know how men perceive it. The obvious downside for me is that now I just have to wait and see if he uses the number. I guess my question is, how long do I wait before assuming he's not interested? And what, if anything, does me making the first move in that way likely say to a man? Thanks. Yeah Doug says, I'd love it if someone did that for me. Never had it. You should be in. Getting better by the day says, all you can do at this point is wait it out. I'll say this much. I'm a 37 meters. If a girl handed me her number and I was interested in her, I would not wait more than 72 hours to text. I'd also be very happy she did this if I was interested. There are a handful of girls from my past I can think of this very moment that I wish gave me their numbers. I'd be super happy with it. Also, I think you could have read into his actions when he received your number. Was he happy? Did he want to talk to you more? There might be signs he's happy to have received your number. Direct_Department 329 says, I'd say wait 2 days. We all have our phones on us most of the day, so unless he's dealing with an emergency, there's no excuse really to not message you. It takes about 30 seconds. Hope this works out for you. Rusev Day Today says, love the method of approach. If a woman was just direct like that with me, I'd be far more likely to be interested, as it shows positive personality traits. But I'd assume anything after 3 days means he probably isn't interested that way. Leaving it longer but then messaging, to me, would indicate the need to play games with dating, rather than just being direct in return. Economy Scene 8086 says, that's a strategy I use. I give my number, and if they are interested they can send a message. That being said, you should relax. If he is interested he will reach out, if not it's on to the next one. Robert the Adventurer says, I know the whole Wednesday Addams thing is in again. I have no idea what this means. Just be yourself and communicate what you want. Guys your age aren't looking for an act and don't want to play games. Flirting is good though. r/datingoverthirty. Mia Lukes says, how would you approach this situation? I, 39 female, have a good friend, 37 male, who I've gotten closer to as a friend over the past year. The more we've gotten to know each other, the more I've felt that we'd be really compatible in a relationship and we just have fun together. We'll hang out on occasion, cook, routinely talk for an hour about life, help each other with stuff, etc. He's currently in a self-described casual relationship that has all the markings of a classic rebound relationship, and I suspect it's going to crash and burn or fizzle out over the next few months. I'm currently dipping my toe back into casual old. I'm currently giving his relationship a wide berth while still working to maintain a good friendship. But in thinking about bringing up the idea of dating, if his relationship ends and I'm still in the casual dating stage. Thoughts? How would you approach this? Timing? Have you done something like this and it worked? Or it bombed? Icefield says, if he's rebounding now, what's to say he won't rebound with you? That sounds dangerous for your friendship. Why take the risk? Sounds like this man needs some soul searching before getting into a relationship again. Websplorer says, I'm in a similar boat. Friend 4 years became single in November. I went in for a kiss in February and we've been hanging and talking ever since, but she told me it can't go on, so I know I'm just the rebound. I've told her I like her many times, so she's aware of my feelings. I just have to start preparing for the inevitable conversation that will be coming soon. It's hard because I know there's an expiration date, but it's been hard to keep my feelings in check. It's going to be a rough summer. Muffeater says, try to plan a fun evening out with some drinks. Keep it friendly, make sure he has some alcohol in him. If during that mild intoxication he doesn't make any banter or innuendo towards you, you could even bring it up yourself. Wouldn't it be funny if? Then I guess he sees this a purely friendly thing. No guarantees with this approach though, haha. Harsh Truth Hammer says. AIO, hold up now, we don't wanna rush into things here. This is like some real life rom-com meets Jerry Springer shit. Look, you and your boy been friends FO years, right? So you know this jive turkey ain't going nowhere. That casual relationship? Please. That's just a code word for a boundary match. Those two gon' be breaking up sooner than Mike Tyson's jaw. Once they do the walk of shame, that's when you pounce like a jungle cat. Hey boo, now that silly malarkey is over, you free this weekend? I got some new lingerie I been dying to model for ya. Play it cool, act like nothing happened. Let him realize on his own how you're the one for him. Don't bring it up first, make him sweat it out. I done seen this movie before, messif. Either it's gon' be epic romance or a disaster of biblical proportions. But you got nothing to lose here, except maybe your Netflix password when you move in together. Go get your man, and good luck not killing each other in the process. Now get out there and start plotting. Them cameras ain't gonna point themselves at you two, sucker.